Hello, I'm Betsy Singleton. I came to the Capitol today to speak to my legislator about some things that concern me. My career was in early childhood education. I felt that I had a very good private program, but it reached very few people, really. So I decided I wanted to come to Austin and see if I couldn't advocate for good programs across the state.
Ms. Singleton, thank you for being here today. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Tell me how I can be helpful. What can I do?
I think the thing that really stands out when you have a good advocate is preparedness. When an advocate comes by to sort of articulate an issue, it really helps whenever, first of all, they're upfront with what committee that issue might be going through, the bill number, if there is a bill number, and again, allocating a specific amount of time to say you call beforehand and want to schedule a quick 15-minute or 30-minute meeting. Again, that's always the best course of action.
I usually start talking about public education and the importance of extending good public education down to the early years as well. My two main issues are education and health care.
Okay.
You know, when you talk about investment, I really need to speak up for the early childhood education. That's my field.
Oh, right.
And it's always neglected at great cost.
Right. Everyone knows that it works, and yet real, consistent investment over a long period of time,
right.
We're not there yet. We got work to do.
It's really hard to gauge how much time we have with an advocate because each day is different. Some days we might have a committee hearing. Other days we might have a little more downtime. Members and staffers are spread so thin, you have to be very specific about what time, and then if they have any documents or anything that they'd like to share with the staffer, if they have that ready and able to just run through some of the quick talking points, so that way we're able to follow along instead of having to read the entire thing as they're talking to us about it.
I read somewhere that we were trying to get, or there was a possibility of getting some Medicaid money.
I will say that a lot of the focus, at least in the budget, has been to ensure that there isn't a tremendous Medicaid shortfall. You're hearing from me sort of like a combination of hope and fear,
right.
Aspirations and being realistic.
And the reality, yeah.
Right, and so we have to just sort of push for everything that we can get, but also hope that we don't fall further below where we're at.
Well, if you have hurdles down the way, just know that you have constituents who are really ready to have your back and do whatever we can.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
As I've been at the legislature a lot this session, I've come to appreciate what they have to do. I just think that they have a big job on their hands, and they're actually trying to do their best.
I think when an advocate comes by, the best method for a follow-up, always bring a card, always leave your name, phone number, email address, mentioning any potential follow-ups. That way you don't take the staffer by surprise and they can expect a phone call. I think those are always good marks of a good advocate.
Well, thank you so much for
yes,
your
ma'am.
time. I really
appreciate
getting to visit with you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
It's my pleasure.
All right.
I think that we who are out there in the neighborhoods talking to each other and knowing what is important to everyone, we all have a responsibility to communicate that to our legislators. They need to hear from us.